It's time to get into this Erika Kirk story. Again, all hell breaks loose. Apparently, some of the employees, or even some past employees from Turning Point USA, have started to reveal some things. And one of them being leaked video and leaked audio of Turning Point USA meetings after Charlie Kirk was killed. So, not yesterday, not a month ago, after Charlie Kirk was killed. Let's get into the first one. Shout out to Project Constitution. Full leaked audio, Erika Kirk's employee Zoom call just 11 days after Charlie Kirk's assassination, upbeat, laughing, and bragging about metrics. I think this one is worse than the other one, but let's get into this one first, and then we'll get to the one that is 5 days after he was killed. Listen to this.
Online. Hi, everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and stadium, overflow, Westgate, insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? You guys that heard the gospel and all about Charlie and all about everything that you guys do, and the hard work of Turning Point USA is insane. We had thousands that were registered to vote.
Pause. Why were they registering people to vote at Charlie Kirk's memorial event? Seems kind of weird, doesn't it? I mean, shouldn't the focus have just been on the memorial? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, I don't go to funerals or other memorials and people are trying to register me to vote. Kind of weird. 11 days after he was killed. Let's get to the merch part.
I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy. But I just wanted to say a huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal.
So I would have no issue with this conversation if it happened at a different time, but it's kind of weird. Your husband was just killed in front of a crowd of people and the whole world saw it, and you're talking about merch sales. Are we serious? It's just, it's kind of weird. Like, why are you even thinking about that? Also, why were you guys even thinking about registering people to vote at a memorial? It just seems kind of disrespectful. It's all business. It doesn't seem emotional. It doesn't seem like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's nothing heartfelt there. It's just like, guess what the business did today? Why were you selling merch at a memorial? What is going on? What the hell is wrong with people? I hope I'm not alone on this, but I'm just sitting back and thinking about this, and I'm like, I just can't imagine people doing this. Like, it's kind of weird, bizarre.
Incredible work leading into the memorial. And honestly, a lot of the staff that worked on the memorial, they had 20-hour days for a week during the time of us grieving the loss of my husband. And honestly, I know several staff that didn't even sleep. Again, you guys are breathing angels, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And obviously a huge thank you to the Mosaic team. VI, you guys are 10 out of 10. Like, we have the most incredible team. We just do. And you guys know that, and you guys are all a part of that. And I am so thankful.
She doesn't sound like someone who's grieving. She doesn't sound like I mean, logically says monetizing your husband's death is something only a messed up person would do. This is so weird. It's very wild, man. Very wild. Like it hadn't even been a whole month. And it's, let's see how much merch we can sell. Let's see how much money we can keep rolling in. Let's see how many people we can get to register to vote. What the hell is wrong with people? Wow.
And if you do have a moment and you run into any of those staff members that you know had a role in this, and that they put a lot of their time and effort into it, just say thank you. There's something really special to be seen in moments like this, and it's not easy. I'm speaking from experience. I'm right in the trenches with you guys. And so the fact that you just, a simple thank you. I don't care if any of you have beef with each other from the past or have any issues with someone said something about this or that. Like, if you guys have any of that, please put it to rest. My husband's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead.
Okay. Yes. Your husband is dead. Yes, he was killed. So why are you talking about merch sales that soon after he was killed? It is so weird to me. And notice the way she says it. Has anybody else picked up on this? Whenever she says her husband is dead, when the way that she says it, she sounds kind of angry when she says it. Like it's like the tone just totally switches. Like, I don't know. And this is not to say that you can't be angry, but I don't hear that sincerity. Like, you don't sound like you are sad. I don't feel like there's any type of grieving. It feels weird. And at this point, remember, she's the CEO, not anyone else. So she made these decisions. It's very weird.
And it puts life into perspective of how short life is and relationships, and God puts people in your life for a reason, and it teaches you a lesson, it teaches them a lesson. So if you are going through a time where, just lay it to rest, and we are moving forward, Turning Point USA 2.0 with Charlie in our hearts, and that's what he would want. I'm just grateful that while things were still in motion and moving around, that we had our leadership teams provide for you counselors, pastors. I heard there were therapy dogs. Slightly jealous that I didn't get to have any moment with a therapy dog. Breakfast. I was really adamant about making sure that we paid for your flights for your spouses to be there. That was something on my heart. You don't want to grieve alone. No one's supposed to grieve alone. It's not healthy. But I just think it's a beautiful honor that all of these benefits were made for the community to grieve and remember Charlie. And I really hope you took advantage of those in a healthy way when they were provided, because it's meant to be for everyone, for healing. Grief comes in waves. Some days are going to be tougher than others, but take it as it comes. And that's why you have your Turning Point family, and just lean on them.
Okay. Boy, that's some of the audio that was apparently 11 days after he was killed. But now I want you to see this part here as well. Then we're going to get to that one that was 5 days before. This guy here, listen to this. Diligent Denizen. I want you to hear the thing about registering voters. Again, listen.
They had you guys registering voters at Charlie's Memorial?
Yes.
What?
That's wild.
Yeah, I thought that was disgusting, and I just remember thinking, I just kept getting more and more discouraged, and I was exhausted.
At this point, who is kind of like taking the front-facing position as far as leadership at TPUSA or Turning Point Action, right? Like, it remained Tyler Boyer, I imagine, for Turning Point Action who you work for, but who's really visible now? Is it Erika? Is it Andrew Colvett? Is it Tyler Boyer? Who's like perceived as in charge, according to the, from your experience as a worker, or maybe like the chatter you had heard working for the organization?
honestly, Erika, like Andrew Kovacs, he's pretty much like by her side. But no, she transitioned very fast I think it was 8 days she was appointed CEO after he passed away. And yeah, she became the face really quick.
She transitioned very fast, almost as if she was prepared and ready for this, which could be the case. But I wanted you to hear it from them as well, that they were told to register. They had to register people at the memorial. I think that's just so disgusting. I wouldn't do that at anyone's memorial. It gives this perception that it's just business as usual. And that's what it seems like. And that's why I was just kind of like, that can't be real. But it was. That was the case. And then here's another one. Now, this call took place September 16th, 2025. So this was around 5 or 6 days after he was killed. And this one, you can see the video. So we're going to start at the beginning of this, and then I'm going to go to another clip to get straight to the part that I wanted you guys to see. So she's saying here, and you guys hear us, give us a thumbs up. Can't see anything other than Marina. So here we go.
There you go.
Oh, look at all the thumbs up. Look how cute that is. Sorry, it's just a little bit more informal than probably Charlie would be reacting. How sweet. I didn't know they could do that. I hate Zoom. I never like Zoom. Sorry, you guys. I just wanted to say first and foremost, my heart obviously is broken for you guys as much as it is for our family. You guys lost not only a boss, but someone that you looked up to, someone that you believed in his mission, that you also...
So guys, this is so that's 6 days. This is 6 days after he was killed. And this is not like a regular death either, right? Like, it's not like someone was sick and you knew their time was coming, they were going to pass away. It's not like it was like a car accident. I mean, he was shot in front of the world. And people were showing the videos over and over on social media. Like, this is a big thing. And here it is 6 days after. And it's just, I don't understand this, guys. I don't understand. It's like her behavior, it feels weird. And so some people may see it and they may say, well, maybe she was trying to put on, a good face for the staff. Okay, maybe. But I mean, all of us have had people that we know that have died, correct? Like, I've had family members die, etc. Like, the energy, all of it to me, it's just a little bit weird. Like, I'm not seeing the grieving. It's like what I was telling you guys before about the crying when she was at that town hall with Barry Weiss. I was not convinced it was real tears. I just kept seeing this tissue. And that didn't seem real to me at all. How you keep dabbing in the same spot, but I ain't see no tears come down face. No tear on face. So it's just weird to me. I don't know. And she said, well, everyone grieves differently. Okay, I get that. But 6 days after your husband was shot in the neck and the videos were still going all around social media. Let's go on more.
That you loved listening to his show. You loved hearing his wisdom on things. I'm sure some of you have also had very personal moments of where you sat down and
had private conversations with him. I want you all to hold on to those. And I want you all to remember those so deeply. I want you to journal about them. I want you to be able to tell your kids about them. I want you to put those in your heart as why you're still here with the Turning Point USA family, because that's what we want. And like I said to our small group after whatever day that was, and I did the thing on TV, how many days are still around Good Friday. I told the team, I said, Turning Point USA will continue like my husband always wanted, and it'll be bigger than ever. And we're going to honor him by doing that. We're going to stay humble. We're going to work hard because that's what he would want. And we're going to just make it grow. And we're going to keep our eyes fixed on heaven.
So here we go again, talking about we're going to make it grow, Turning Point USA. Why would that even be mentioned at this point in time? This is early, 6 days. Like, why are you talking about growth and business productivity and all that type of stuff? Why are you talking about that right now? This was a public hit. Like, literally, people saw, when I saw that video, I saw it on Twitter, of course, Twitter X, whatever you call them these days. I didn't think it was real at first. And then the video just kept going around and around and around. And I didn't even like Charlie Kirk. But even for me, I was like, oh shit. Like, let's take that down. Let's not, So it's weird. And that wasn't her friend, that was her husband.
And, like even Stacey said, he's gonna find ways to speak to us. And he's going to speak to you in different ways. Every person's going to be different, but you'll get little moments where you're like, okay, Charlie, I see you. It might be here on campus. It might be in quiet moments of the night, but he's here and he's more alive than ever. And he is, he's going to guide us. And we just have to remain humble. But again, what I told the team was, I will fight like hell to make sure that all of you have a job here. I don't want anyone to think their job's in jeopardy, because your family, if you choose to leave, that's different. I never will, and I promise you, I will make sure that I never allow a point to where you have to leave because we cannot financially afford you.
She sounded more sad when she was talking about people possibly losing their jobs than she did when she was talking about him. Now we're going to go to another part here. This is why I say, I don't know. This girl has been an actress. We have seen it before. We fast forward to this part here, which I also thought was pretty interesting. Again, on September 16th, barely a week after her husband was publicly assassinated, Erika Kirk records this upbeat message to all TPUSA staff. So listen to what she says here. This is kind of weird as well.
Had private conversations with him. I want you all to hold on to those. And I want you all to remember those so deeply. I want you to journal about them. I want you to be able to tell your kids about them. I want you to put those in your heart as why you're still here with me. Come to those. And I want you all to remember those so deeply. I want you to journal about them. I want you to be able to tell your kids about them. I want you to put those in your heart as why you're still here with the Turning Point USA family, because that's what we want. And
so she's telling them that she wants them to journal. Again, these are employees, right? So she wants them to journal, I guess, the thoughts or whatever that they had about Charlie Kirk. It's kind of weird.
I said to our small group after whatever day that was, and I did the thing on TV, how many days are still on Good Friday. I told the team, I said, Turning Point USA will continue like my husband always wanted, and it'll be bigger than ever. And we're going to honor him by doing that. We're going to stay humble. We're going to work hard because that's what he would want. And we're going to just make it grow. And we're going to keep our eyes fixed on heaven. And, like even Stacey said, he's going to find ways to speak to us.
Okay,
and
we
he's
saw
going to
that
speak.
part.
And he's more alive than ever. And he is, he's going to guide us. And we just have to remain humble. But again, what I told the team was, I will fight like hell to make sure that all of you have a job here.
See what I mean? She's more sympathetic about the whole job situation than she was. She sounds more sad about that than like the death of her husband is kind of weird. Let me fast forward this part here.
It's just, I'm trying not to say that he's obviously celebrating in heaven amongst so many things, but he's so proud of all of you. And he's so proud of all of you for keeping this mission alive. And he knows that you can do it. That's why you're hired. And he knows that you will be able to carry the torch, and he knows that you're going to do a great job, and you're going to be able to, even though days are going to be tough, honestly, the nights are the hardest.
So this is a great question. Reed said, did she say all of this before the mass firings? Right, because there's a number of people that have been fired. She said this on September 16th. So that should have been before, at least before I started hearing about those firings.
Mornings are pretty raw too. But just what I've noticed these past several days is if I didn't have the Turning Point USA family with me, all of you, I would be a disaster. I mean, I would be in fetal position 24/7. But the fact that we have a continued mission to look forward to, and we have our family, it's everything. And some of you, this is your chosen family. And just rely and lean on each other. That's huge. Leaning on each other is huge because all of you were together prior to this and we'll be together after this. And everything, and I told Justin, it's going to be something where everything before September 10th, any email you were working on, any project you were working on, it's not that it's irrelevant now. It's just things have changed.
So this whole thing where she continues to refer to TPUSA as family, and okay, I get it. People might consider, their work people like second family or whatever, something like that. But I look at it a little bit differently. It's almost as if this really was what she was assigned to do, that really is her family, is Turning Point USA. And Charlie was the means for her to get in there, to get into the door. Because like I said, she seems more sad about them than she does about him. But like I said, she's also an actress, as we all know. And then another TPUSA employee came forward. You guys got to hear this one. His name is Matthew. He cites an audio recording where a former Arizona House Representative, Liz Harris, alleges that TPUSA is Mossad. Listen to this.
There was a conversation that I had with Liz Harris, who used to be part of the Arizona House of Representatives.
Yeah, we know Liz.
Yep. I had a conversation with her. I have it recorded too, because in Arizona, you can record conversations. She literally said to me, Turning Point's Mossad. Tyler Boyer is Mossad. They're all neocons.
Liz Harris told you this?
Liz Harris told me this. I have the recording.
She told you Tyler Boyer was Mossad?
Yep.
I will pause this so you guys can see it. So it says here, with her and her ex-boyfriend, I believe they both used Charlie to become famous, rich, and eventually destroy him. Tyler then brings Erika in, and the rest is history. Can I see a little bit before that message? Let me see. Right here. Bing, ding, 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 ding. Tyler already knew Erika back in 2016. They were pictured together at a Trump rally with her and her ex-boyfriend. What I tell you guys, I believe they both used Charlie to become famous, rich, and to eventually destroy him. Tyler then brings Erika in, and the rest is history. Tyler, ? I think she is Mossad. I can't see this full message, but Ezelment, shell company stuff last time. Tyler is for sure compromised all the way. The fact that Tyler pulled you into his office and said he was a Zionist is nuts to me. So here we have someone who was a representative in the Arizona state legislature, who is saying that Arizona House Representative Liz Harris, who is saying that she believes that TPUSA is Mossad. And she brought up the same thing that many of us, you guys, we talked about this on Call-In as well, is that she had already, this is the part of the story that many weren't telling, was that Erika Kirk was already at a Trump rally in 2016. She was already making her way over to that side with the guy that she was dating at that point in time. That must have been JT, either JT or Cabot Phillips. Don't know. Either way, it almost seems like this was an arrangement. It seems like this marriage, which may not have been that way for Charlie, but it almost seems like this marriage was an arrangement. Just like Hillary and Bill Clinton. That was also an arrangement. It was a business relationship. They were put together for a reason. Now, look at this part, because they mentioned Tyler Bower. Sword Truth said here, Tyler Bower caught gaslighting everyone over the nearly 250 million Turning Point USA has brought in since Charlie Kirk was killed. Look at this. Let me see if I can read this to you guys. So this is Ada Nestor. Serious question for Tyler. What was your actual end of year fundraising goal? Because sending this out looks pretty wild when credible estimates suggest you raised over $500 million between September and December alone. If that number is wrong, correct it. Goes on here. And I have it muted because there's music that plays here, but I just wanted to read it to you. Tyler from Turning Point Pack here. I just need you to read this. It'll take 90 seconds. So that's one of those ads. You guys know how that goes. Turning Point Pack, the most critical year in American political history. So it's one of those. So it looks like he's asking for more money. And it goes on to say, this is Tyler here. Turning Point USA, a C3, raises money from a nonpartisan, nonprofit work that is done on campuses across America. They are growing rapidly to meet the demand, especially since hundreds of thousands of students signed up to be more involved with conservative movement. This is not the same organization as Turning Point Action or Turning Point PAC, political organizations that are not tax deductible when you donate. Goes on to say it is not based in any fact that Turning Point was raised $500 million and certainly nowhere near accurate for the political organizations. You know what? Someone need to look into some of these 501c3s, because I don't believe all of these organizations that have that 501c3 designation are behaving in the way that they're supposed to. All these different groups, Turning Point PAC, Turning Point Action, Turning Point Faith, all these separate groups, so that some can be a 501c3 and others can be a C4 so that they can take other type of donations. That's another thing that needs to get the lid blown all the way the fuck off. Some of these 501c3s, that needs to be looked into. It goes on to say here, let's go a little bit further. Ada goes on here and says, didn't this come from you, Tyler? Or at least that is the impression you would like to leave with those less knowledgeable on how these things work, right? This isn't just a branding dodge anymore. It is worse. Money is moving between TPUSA, Turning Point Action, and affiliated vehicles. Pretending they exist in sealed compartments is flatly dishonest. You don't get to say separate organizations while funds, donors, vendors, infrastructure, and leadership overlap and money flows between them. That's not separation, that's routing. Donors do not experience them as separate worlds. They experience one brand, one leadership circle, one fundraising list, one donor ecosystem. And then after September 10th, public reporting shows donations surge dramatically. A single Mar-a-Lago fundraiser was publicly reported at roughly 100 million. So no, this isn't about confusing a C3 with a PAC. It is about an integrated machine using multiple entities to move and deploy money. If $500 million is wrong, let me go forward here. Prove it. Exaggerated, maybe, alleged, and not yet confirmed. Yes. Fabricated, no. So the money is funny. The money is funny. And that does sound like routing. Now, when we go back to this Liz Harris claim, as you'll see here, you can hear it from her. Here's the audio just to show you that that guy is not making that up. Listen to this.
when we look at Turning Point and we look at all of this, I do see Mossad. I see there again. There's so many other things where I'm connecting dots. I think Alex Jones is controlled by them. Charlie Kirk's controlled by them. Steve Bannon. I can't believe nobody's killed me. I really can't. I have no idea why.
Because God is protecting right now. There's a lot of people that are surprised are not dead right now, but nobody gets to do anything unless God gives it permission.
And I'm with you, Liz. I mean, I've already had people show up to my door from what I've exposed, but I'm still alive. We're meant to be alive.
So that was the audio from Arizona RNC committee woman Liz Harris. And what was interesting is she said she believed Alex Jones is controlled by them, and she believes also Steve Bannon is controlled by them. Honestly, I think she might be right about that too. All hell has really broke loose. Now, people ask, how could this have happened? How could we get to this point where all of this money was exchanging different hands, this routing, as Ada called it there? How could all of that had happened and Charlie Kirk didn't see it? Maybe he was starting to see these things. Maybe it's not just the Israel thing. Maybe that's another reason why they felt he had to go. Maybe he was starting to look at the money a little bit. And also, never underestimate the power of a woman. Listen to what this girl said here about how people can be deceived.
So one of my sisters in Christ just sent me a message talking about her friend, and she was saying that, oh, Charlie, do you think he was so stupid to be deceived? Do you think that he was so dumb to be deceived by a woman? People are deceived by love. And I think love is almost meant to blind you to a certain extent, because it makes you trust that person. See, we love the Lord. We walk blindly almost with the Lord, because we're trusting that he's going to direct us in every step. So when it comes down to a woman or a man being in love with a woman, the Bible only warns about a woman. I need you to keep note, especially young men. The Bible only warns about a woman, a deceptive woman, that her footsteps take hold on hell. The Bible talks about that. So could Charlie have been deceived? Obviously he was. I saw a comment in one of my other videos that said that he texted his sister and said, I don't know this person, referring to Erika, saying, I don't think I know her. You can be deceived, young man. It happens all the time.
That part right there, the part about the text message, I don't think I know this person.
Her footsteps take hold on hell. The Bible talks about that. So could Charlie have been deceived? Obviously he was. I saw a comment in one of my other videos that said that he texted his sister and said, I don't know this person, referring to Erika, saying, I don't think I know her.
I wonder if that happened. I don't know this person. I don't think I know her. Here's what I know and what I noticed and I brought up to you guys as well. Man with the long last name said it. She really did look happier with JT. She did. She looked really happy with him. I don't know where that guy is today, but she looked really happy with him. She looked happy with Cabot Phillips. Yeah. But it's just weird. Like the way she talks, and she said people grieve differently. But now that we've seen those videos and that audio that's been leaked right after he was killed, and that was the way that she responded. Look at the merch that we sold. Look at the OJs had this song called Money, 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 Money. Some people got to have it. Yeah. It was just weird. It was like, yeah, my husband was just, shot in the neck in front of everybody and everything. But about that merch, about those voters, the voter registration, all those things. So it's just really weird that that would be your focus at that point in time. And that's why I said it seems like to me that this was another assignment. This probably, let me say allegedly, because they sending out notices to people. It seems like to me this could have been another assignment for Erika. Just like that dating reality show she was on, just like the audition for Amazing Race, just like all these other things that she did, I think maybe this could have just been another assignment. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.